nothing can break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma.
Hey guys, I'm John, and we're Emma and John, you're welcome.
Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you'd like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button.
In the corner, you know where it is.
If you do hit the subscribe button, then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post.
Absolutely.
So today, we're going to do a little bit of a story time.
Story time with Emma and John.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything like this before.
No, it's new for us, yeah.
But we thought it might be interesting because obviously the COVID pandemic is going around, and I know a lot of people are having different experiences of it. So we thought we would share our process or our experience with, we'll just call it the virus. For this
Absolutely.
video.
A lot of people have been asking about, obviously, I think by now you would all know that I've had it, got tested positive. So we just go over what happened to us, because a lot of people have been asking what happened, how you feeling. So we thought it'd just be easy to do a quick video of it and just explain what happened to us, really.
Yeah, we think it's important that everybody knows that obviously lots of people get different symptoms, have different experiences. Some people don't get any symptoms at all. So this is just our experience. So yeah, I guess we go over to John because it was.
Well, we'll start off with you, really. I mean,
we're not sure.
We're not sure, but we think it probably started off with you.
Yeah, so John was exhausted, and then a few days later I had bad chest pains. Now, I had pneumonia when I was younger, and I do sometimes get chest infections and things like that, so I wasn't massively worried until, like, it was real bad.
It was a weekend, wasn't it? I was at work, and your chest, you were saying you couldn't get comfortable at all.
No, I mean, it was more painful at night, and in the daytime it was painful, but because I was distracted it wasn't so bad, but at night I just couldn't lie down.
Yeah.
So I phoned the doctors, because it isn't one of the symptoms on the NHS website, and it isn't one of the symptoms on the NHS app.
No.
So I phoned the doctors, and the doctor said it's probably just something viral. He said definitely not COVID, take some paracetamol, see how you go.
Yeah.
He did recommend not ibuprofen. I'm allergic to aspirin, not that anybody needs to know. But he said not ibuprofen because I had a poorly tummy as well. But the aspirin, the ibuprofen was actually what helped.
Yeah.
So I did that, and 3 days maybe, and I was fine. Like, I felt fine.
It took you out of it, you know. I mean, it was bad for the fact that Emma rang a doctor. She doesn't do that.
I don't like doctors.
No, so
or medicine.
The fact that she done that, it was proved
That's how we know I'm poorly.
how bad it was. And I was at work. You kept it quite quiet for me. You didn't tell me how bad it got when I was at work.
It's just not my style. I just kind of like carry on until I can't. But
yeah,
because the doctor said it definitely wasn't COVID, we weren't particularly worried, and the medicine was helping. So
absolutely, we didn't think it was COVID because the chest pain isn't a symptom.
No.
Although we thought.
Well, I wasn't massively struggling to breathe either. So.
Yeah. Well, but why we mentioned that because it turned out from a couple of weeks after that the Kent strain actually is one of the symptoms of having chest pain. Mm-hmm. So we're unsure now.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I took a test and tested negative.
Yeah.
So we still don't really know, but that's what I went through.
Yeah, and then it got interesting. So then on the Saturday night going into Sunday, I felt really tired at work. I work from 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's not unusual that I feel tired. You work nights, you know, I feel tired sometimes, but it's unusually tired that I couldn't keep my eyes open, and that's just not like me at all. I was leaning on a wall and just falling asleep. So I obviously got through a shift, came home on a Sunday morning and went to bed for a couple of hours, woke up, I said to Emma that I'm just really tired, really just worn out. Didn't do nothing of it, you know, got on with the day. Monday I had a fitness test for the fire brigade. I was off from engineering, done my fitness test, still felt a bit tired, feel a bit groggy.
It wasn't too bad on Monday though.
Wasn't too bad, no. I mean, the fact that I passed my fitness test on Monday, I thought, well, yeah, I was just a bit tired, you know, it's fine. And then a couple of days went past and I went back to work on a Wednesday. So before I'm allowed back to work, we had to do a lateral flow test, what's a kind of like a self test.
We showed it in one of the vlogs, so I'll leave it up there, but
yeah,
I think a lot of like nurses and stuff do.
A lot of people do them now, I think, for work. Yeah, so it's like a self test that you test yourself, wait 15 minutes, and you either get a positive result or negative result. So I got a positive result after done that. And on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, I wasn't feeling that bad. I thought, you know, I'm over whatever I had, I feel fine. So I was surprised that it came back positive. I think we both were surprised. And then the procedure after that was to get a proper NHS test, a proper one. We went and got out, we phoned up.
John was terrible during the testing process.
Yeah, we phoned up straight away after I had a positive result. Got a test booked in within, what, hour and a half?
Yeah, it was easy.
Got there and got tested, and like Emma said, yeah, it was awful. We both got tested. Emma had done one beforehand on the previous time, so she knew what to expect. I didn't. I was gagging. I had tears coming down. I think I broke my brain. It was awful. It sounds disgusting, I'm sorry, but I had blood on the end of it, and yeah, it was awful. So that came, I got test results back 27 hours afterwards.
Wasn't very long, was it?
Wasn't long at all, and that came back positive. So I had COVID. Again, I wasn't feeling that bad that day. It slowly got worse. So on the Thursday, the Friday was a bad day. Like the cough started on the Friday. The temperature started on the Friday. I think my temperature went up to like 38.9 at one point. Cough, the tiredness. Never lost my taste. I lost my sense of smell, I think. But yeah, throughout the Friday and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it was just getting worse and worse and worse, and every symptom was just wiping me out. I was really tired. I was, like I said, I had a high temperature, had a really bad cough. I was being sick every couple of minutes. I had really a lot of phlegm on my chest. Every time I let down on my back, I was almost feeling like I was suffocating. And then I just couldn't breathe, you know, as well as I should be. I had to stop a couple of times going up and down the stairs. It took me a while from walking from one end to the room and to the other side. So yeah, it really wiped me out for a couple of days. I never had appetite. I didn't eat for about 8 days. And yeah, it got really bad at one point.
Yeah, I think as well the tricky thing was once John had tested positive, mine was negative.
Yeah.
It was tricky because the NHS website suggests that you use separate bathrooms, you use separate bedrooms, you use separate kitchens. Well, we live in a regular house and we have one bathroom. We have spare bedrooms, but they're not set up as bedrooms, so that wasn't really an option. And also, most places don't have 2 kitchens, so I understand the advice, but it was difficult. So we just did a lot of sanitising, throwing things at John rather than going near him.
Yeah, we kept it away from each other as best we can. And like Emma said, we sanitised absolutely everything. Every time we used the kitchen, we sanitised the bathroom.
Well, you weren't really going in the kitchen, were you? Because we didn't want to be... The less things John could touch, the better. So it was basically it was probably nearly a week, wasn't it?
At least
of me just serving John everything.
But I wasn't eating for 8 days.
No, but it's water and tablets and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it got a bit messy, it got a bit horrible at one point. And then it got so bad, like on the 8th day, and I wasn't eating, like I said, and I just felt really weak, really not myself, and just because I didn't have any appetite, and I knew I had to eat, but I never had appetite. I couldn't bring myself to eat. I was drinking, not much, but I was drinking, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was downstairs because it was the only way I could really get comfortable when I had to sleep upright, so my chest didn't get too tight. And I felt awful to a point that I was going to sort of faint, and I thought, I gotta eat. So I got a banana, and it took me about an hour to eat a banana, but I knew I had to eat that banana because if I didn't eat that day, I think you would have forced me to go to hospital on a drip.
Yeah.
Because I was getting worried. I think you was getting worried at one point, just because it was so long without any food. And obviously I had food, but I was just picking at it, just mouthful, here and there. So yeah, it did get a bit touch and go at one point, and I felt awful, and I was really surprised how bad I felt. I'm quite young, I'm only 35, I'm quite active. Obviously everyone can use a bit of weight, but I'm fairly active in my job, and it really wiped me out.
Yeah, I think what surprised us is because we've been careful anyway. With from the beginning, we've been being careful. Like, we don't really go out if we don't need to, and if we do go out, it's for walks. I mean, you'll have seen in our vlogs, we're not really going anywhere indoors other than like the supermarket. So we thought we were being careful, and we think John probably picked it up at the fire station, which can't be helped. But we assumed, like I think a lot of people do, and it's wrong too, but we assumed that, oh well, we might get it, but we probably won't get it bad. And I think that's because everybody we kind of have known has lost the sense of smell or taste. So when John got it and he got like nearly all of the symptoms, it was quite surprising. And I think it just, especially now with all these variants, is something to note. Like, if you are thinking, oh well, I'll get it and it won't be so bad, maybe just have a second think and just think, okay, well, what if you do get it bad, because it was bad.
I can see if I was a tiny bit older or not as active or had an underlying condition, I can see why you would end up in hospital, because it was touch and go. I think a couple of times you said, I'm ringing the hospital and get in hospital, and I was just stubborn and I didn't want to go. And that's why I forced myself at 4 o'clock in the morning to have a banana, because that's the only thing that could have kept me out, just to eat, because I didn't have any appetite. I was bringing up like stomach contents, so all my energy was completely gone. It was horrible.
I mean, the worst day is after you'd eaten. I assume that is the day that you felt the worst, and then from there, it didn't take too long to get better.
No.
It was a couple of days rather than it took maybe 7 days to get to, or 8 days, did you say, like the 8th day? The 8 days to get that ill, but it maybe took 3 days until John was bugging me again, so I knew he was feeling better.
Yeah, I did start feeling better, and obviously we all know you need to eat and try to drink and that, but it's really hard when you just haven't got appetite, and you need stuff in you to fight whatever you got. We all know that when we obviously wow and you thinking about it, but when you're so ill and you just can't bring yourself to walk upstairs, because it was so hard, the last thing that I wanted to do was to eat.
I mean, we feel lucky as well. My sister was able to like leave us things on the porch, but I know it's tricky if you don't have that support, but I do think the NHS has a number for that.
I think they do, but Sophie, your sister, was amazing. Every other day we were texting her saying, "Oh, can you go and grab us this? Can you?"
It was mostly Lucozade, to be honest.
Lucozade, and I think what did you like bread and toilet paper and stuff like that. The essentials that we didn't have time to get. But I think of something, and then an hour later I think of something else and had to text her back. So you done an amazing job, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so we feel very lucky to be out the other side, and we are now aware, like, obviously you can catch it again and there's different strains and all of that, so I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do, but we thought that we would maybe catch it and maybe get a bit of a cough, and that's not what happened.
Well, my sister got it and she had lost her sense of taste and smell, and that was it. She was absolutely fine. So I think just everyone's getting it differently. I just, unfortunately, that I got slightly worse. But I think, like Emma said, I think I got it from a fire station, and I couldn't not go to a station. It was just one of them things that someone there had it and passed it on to me. That's the only.
You'll never be too sure. Like, no. I guess like supermarkets probably have people there with,
exactly,
because lots of people don't know that they've got it as well, so it is a difficult virus, isn't it?
Absolutely. It could have been anywhere. It could have been a station, but it could have been, like you said, so it could have been a supermarket. It could have been absolutely anywhere. But I mean, now we were a month onto it, it's about 4 or 5 weeks into it. I'm still off the fire brigade, and my energy reserves are not where they used to be. I'm getting tired walking the dog and getting more puffed out, and just to be on the safe side, the fire service has sort of said have another 2 weeks and come back then, and hopefully my energy reserves, I'll be back up where they used to be. I'm getting a lot better, from last week or week before, but I'm still getting tired a lot quicker than I used to. And that's fine, I'm back at engineering job, but fire service can't really do that. So I've got another 2 weeks off for them, and hopefully, I think the 28th of February I'm back on, all going well.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody that wished John a speedy recovery.
Absolutely, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You didn't appreciate it at the time, but you definitely appreciate it afterwards. And everybody that's asked about it, hopefully we've answered all of your questions. We tried our best, and we thought it would just be easier to do a full little story time, and also it gave us an excuse to try out a story time.
Absolutely.
Let us know if you've enjoyed it down in the comments.
Yeah, it was just, it's nice to sort of get it off your chest and
Have
sort
a
of
chat.
and let you guys know. If you have got any other questions that we haven't covered, then leave us a comment and I'll do my best to answer them. I think the worst part for me was getting a phone call every morning from
The
Chest and
NHS.
Trace. Yeah,
But that's a good thing if you're on your own.
absolutely. I mean, you have to do it, and obviously when I'm well, you think, yeah, that's really good. It's making sure you stay at home and make sure you can phone up the hospital if you need to and get help. But they rang up like 7:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you've been up all night being poorly, and when you eventually do fall asleep, you get a phone call waking you up again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the worst part for me, I think.
Yeah, but I'm glad they do that to make sure that everybody's okay. and
Yeah,
checking
absolutely.
in on
Yeah.
people. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell as well, and it will be notified every single time that we post.
Absolutely.
And we will see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye.